Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. We continue to celebrate World Theatre Day, and the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, the Auditorium, will join the rest of the global theatre community in celebrating and commemorating today. Now, ironically, 37 years ago, on March 26, 1986, was when the Central Bank Auditorium was launched. This morning, I have with me Christine Nanton-Winter, the Assistant Manager of External Relations Department at the Central Bank, as well as Jeffrey Joseph, who is the Operations Officer at the Auditorium, joining me on set this morning to discuss World Theatre Day and the Central Bank Auditorium. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Morning.
Good morning and thank you for having us.
Not a problem. Now, in reading the brief, it said that Central Bank Auditorium was the first of its kind when it comes to performing spaces. Now, today is World Theatre Day and we're celebrating theatre. But what is theatre without a space to actually do it?
Exactly.
So tell me about it being the first of its kind, Jeffrey. I'll start with you.
Okay, first of its kind really means that the Central Bank Auditorium, when we opened in 1986, of course, we had Little Carib, Queen's Hall, Naprima Ball, all those came before us.
Right.
But what we did at the Central Bank Auditorium is we took it to that other level. We brought a space that was designed specifically for theatre, acoustically treated, professional lighting and sound equipment with a sound and proper administrative process in place,
right,
with a good technical crew as well. Now, the other spaces, yes, they were wrong and activity, was taking place, but we just lift the bar a little bit. So now, when you look around now, Queen's Hall, Naprima Bowl, Napa, all of these places, their bar and their game has also been lifted.
Of course.
So we could say that we were like the first modern theatre in Trinidad and Tobago, but we definitely were not the first theatre in Trinidad.
I just wanted to make sure we clarify that now. I was like, when I read it, I said, what trouble is this?
Yeah.
All right, so of course, we now kind of coming out of a pandemic, and I know that the auditorium would have been closed for an extended period of time. So, Christine, tell me about the response of the public since reopening, the response of the producers, people who put on shows in the theatre, that kind of thing.
The response has definitely been overwhelmingly positive. I think people welcomed being back in the space, being back to performing in that sort of forum. I think also that people missed it. So you could tell just with the community, just with people meeting and greeting, people seeing our crew again and really being welcomed back into the space. And so I think also, it was just a reminder for us, even though we've been doing this for a long time. I mean, COVID put a little spoke in that, but it reminded us to continue to, have this space, continue to, offer the space as a place for not just performance, but community.
Right.
And so, we are, since we've been back, we've been coming back to that. And so it's vibes, it's always vibes.
I want to go back a little bit to why did Central Bank feel the need to invest in a theatre in the first place?
Well, that is a kind of twofold kind of answer.
We're here for both of them?
We're here for both of them, exactly. Now, as I said earlier, Queen's Hall, Naprima Bowl, all these places existed, but we had to fill that gap in taking the theatre to a more international standard level. So the construction of the Central Bank Auditorium and its opening in 1986 did that. And also, Central Bank has always been a supporter of the arts, whether visual arts or performing arts. So the construction of the space brought an environment to the actor that was designed for him, or her, as the case may be.
For them.
For them.
Yeah. 2023, I have to be careful.
2023, I have to be careful. And we filled that technological gap. And Trinidadians are, we are expressive people, creative people, artistic people. So what better to invest in than the culture of us? We take our culture close to our hearts. So Central Bank look at that as a pretty good investment.
Yeah. And of course, as we celebrate World Theatre Day today, I know that you guys have a video that you would have put together. We're seeing it running on the screen here now, I believe. It's called Passages, celebrating our performing arts spaces through time. Tell me the importance of putting together this video and what it's meant to signify.
For us, it's really, recognizing those who came before as well as those who came after, and really seeing the evolution of theatre and performance art and the spaces dedicated to that nationally. And, it was an important resource for us to create, not just for those in the performing arts community, but those coming up. So students, even persons more on the technical side, to really have that fulsome appreciation of this long history that we've had with performance art, that Central Bank Auditorium is one of the spaces businesses that has simply contributed to this industry, and really looking forward to how the industry continues to be sustainable.
Yeah.
And I guess part of our mandate as well is also ensuring that. And so as we celebrate World Theatre Day today, we at the bank have also been looking and assessing as to how can we even create more opportunities, pump more resources into that. And so we have some plans up our sleeves, but certainly...
Anything you want to share yet?
Not yet.
Just checking.
But what I can say is that we've been looking into opportunities not just for collaboration locally, but partnership even with our regional central banks who also have performing arts spaces.
Okay.
So that's some of the collaboration you can look forward to seeing. So certainly before the year is out, we'll have a bit more to share, so you'll see us back.
All right, Jeffrey, what does World Theatre Day mean to you guys at the auditorium itself?
Well, World Theatre Day really is about recognizing all the players involved in this industry. We tend to always look at the actor and the actresses, if you want to call them that.
Yeah.
But so much comes into that pot to make that dish.
Like what? Give them examples in case they don't know.
Well,
List them out. Let me list them out one time.
Okay,
List
so you
them
have
out.
the actor on the stage.
Right.
For him to get there, a script has to be put together.
Right. So script writers.
Script writer must be in the mix.
Right.
He's on stage now. What he have on?
Right. So you have
So
wardrobe
your
people.
costume
Right.
and your wardrobe people. Makeup artists there in the mix too.
Right.
You have to have proper lighting.
Right.
Good sound.
Right.
Right. Stage management is the important part of this whole
Crucial.
thing. Crucial. I mean, you
Crucial.
would know that is important part of this whole thing. And then you have your techs, your technician hands, your stage hands, and having all of these people, all of these ingredients, you have to put it in the right pot, if you want to put it that. Right? So that's where the theatrical space comes into play now, whether it's a Central Bank Auditorium or Queen's Hall and a Prima Bowl, whatever. So putting all those elements in the mix is really what about World Theatre is about. Recognizing all the players involved and the contribution that theatre plays to the economy.
Now, I remember learning about high art and low art, right? And I think that they put theatre, for the most part, they put it in the high art category, whereby, besides being thought-provoking and all that initially, and even to this day to some extent, if you look at the West Ends and the Broadways across the world, the cost alone of being able to see one of those shows is kind of leaves some people out.
Yeah.
But in Trinidad, I don't think that we have that challenge here. What do you think makes us makes our art so much more available to the masses than another production of higher? I don't want to say higher quality or standard, but definitely more expensive production qualities.
I don't know. I would answer that by saying, okay, if you do a comparative with Broadway,
Right.
for instance, their productions run years.
Exactly.
Cats run for a number of years. But our productions tend to run weekend.
And why is that?
That's a good question in terms of I'm not sure if it is what we are feeding or they are feeding the audience. Because when I started
You think
in
it's
theatre,
supply and demand?
could be supply and demand, because when I started in theatre was more dramatic, if I want to say that. But now theatre have kind of taken a slant to be more comical, because I guess that's what the people want.
Right.
And also theatre has now gone from like a Tuesday to Sunday to being just like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or maybe Saturday, Sunday, depending as the case may be. So it took a little nosedive, yes, but on the other hand, we have so many performance spaces now that it is more available to wider masses.
Yeah.
So if you realize a show may start at the Central Bank Auditorium, it's like a circuit.
Yeah. It's like a tour. Let's call it a tour.
Exactly. And then the
Absolutely.
leavers, they will go to Queen's Hall, and after Queen's Hall, they go down to
Sapa or
and then
Napa Rima Bowl,
In the east, they go to the
Cipriani,
Cipriani, right. So it's a wrong. So and on one hand, yes, it may be seen as dying, but on the other hand, it's really reaching out to the masses on a weekend basis,
Okay, so just more shorter, tighter runs.
So that's right.
Okay. All right. Well, if we want to get more information on Central Bank Auditorium, how to book the place, how to be a part of it, how to invest in whatever needs investing in, how can people reach out to you guys?
So just about a year ago, we launched our Central Bank Arts website. And so, as you know, we have not just the performing arts space, which is the auditorium, but we also have the museum.
Right.
And so our arts website showcases both spaces. And so it's online at centralbankarts.org.tt. So we encourage persons to visit the site. You can
Centralbankarts.org.tt.
org.tt.
Okay.
Yeah. And so there you'll see our passages video as well. You have all the contact information. You can also connect with us on social media. So we're on Instagram, CBTT Auditorium, as well as our museum. We're there also. And so, I mean, we encourage persons to reach out to us, connect with us. You'll get all our contact information on the website.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you both for joining me this morning to discuss World Theatre Day and the Central Bank Auditorium. Congratulations on 37 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's to 37 more.
Yeah, cheers to 37 more. Ladies and gentlemen, the Central Bank Auditorium, you can head across to the website at centralbankarts.org.tt and get more information as we continue to celebrate World Theatre Day. We're going to give you a little piece of the passages video as we take this break and come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stick around.